we're rolling up fence. It's the tougher, slightly less romantic side of ranching. And fence fixers definitely deserve a treat. Homemade glazed donuts fit that bill. Just pour 1 1/8 cup of warm milk into a bowl. Add ½ a cup of granulated sugar and 3 teaspoons of instant yeast. Then there are a couple more elements to whip up. Beat 2 large eggs in a bowl, then slowly mix in 1 1/4 cup of melted butter. Next comes the dry mix, 4 cups of all-purpose flour and ½ teaspoon of salt. Now the mixer does all the work. Add the butter and egg mixture to the bowl of an electric mixer, then pour the milk, yeast, and sugar mixture into the mixer. Add ½ cup of the dry mix at a time and allow it to slowly incorporate. After 5 minutes of mixing, transfer the dough to a lightly oiled bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and refrigerate it for 8 to 12 hours. In the morning, remove the dough from the fridge and let it come to room temperature for about an hour or so. Then roll it out until it's about 1/4 inch thick and use a donut cutter to cut out the donuts. Then just cover them lightly with tea towels and let them rise for another 1.5 to 2 hours. So that's as far as I got before I realized I was out of shortening in my house. So that's why I'm driving down the road with a tray full of unfried donuts. I'm gonna get to frying the donuts. I found some vegetable shortening, and I've got it heated in a pot to 350 degrees. Now, I had plenty of vegetable oil at my house, but I've learned the hard way that you do not fry donuts in vegetable oil. For some reason, they just absorb the oil and they become really heavy and clunky. It's really essential when you fry donuts to use a candy or oil thermometer so you can make sure the temperature stays at 350. If it gets too hot, the donuts will burn right away. If it's not hot enough, they'll just sort of fall flat. Now, frying the donuts just takes about a minute, just about 30 to 45 seconds per side if the oil is 350. Okay, the first 4 are ready. I've got all the donuts fried, and I'm just taking out the last of the donut holes. Smells so good. I'll let those sit for a minute and whip up the yummy glaze that goes on the donuts. I've got 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm gonna add just about ½ a teaspoon of salt, ½ a teaspoon of vanilla, and ½ a cup of cold water. Very, very, very simple. The donuts don't need much. Okay, totally perfectly smooth. Now, I'll start by grabbing the donut holes, and I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet under this wire rack. And I'll show you why in a minute. And glazing is really fun. I just drop them in one at a time, give them a little swirl, and just put them on the rack. And you can see they're dripping on the donut holes below. All right, got them all glazed. Now I can't forget about these lovely little babies down here. Now I'm just gonna let these set for a few minutes, then I'll pack them up and take them to the guys.